Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Feast of the Immaculate Conception and day 10 of our Advent meditation series. So today's topic is purity of heart, and it seems appropriate given the nature of this feast. The tradition of the feast is that Mary was conceived, that the moment she was conceived in Anne's womb, she was completely pure. Pure in such a way that her inner state remained unblemished from the moment of her conception onward. And the implications with that is that with the way she was born pure, she then, for lack of a better word, she was born enlightened in the womb. And it doesn't mean that she didn't have a growth process, but that she was always in that state, which makes her very fertile ground, right, for conceiving the Word of God. And I was taking a look at that word pure. It connotes something, doesn't it? I don't know about you, but I often think of children as pure. That's where I might use the word most commonly. Sometimes things in nature will seem pure. But what does the word really mean, and where is it inviting us? There's a great passage in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 6, verse 22, that says, "Your eye is the lamp of your body. If your eye is pure, your whole body will be filled with light." And when you look closer at some of the translations in the Greek, you'll find that the word pure is actually seen as the word healthy. So if your eye is healthy, then your whole body will be filled with light. And if your eye is unhealthy, your body will be filled with darkness. This really harkens quite well to the popular worldview that's in spiritual circles these days of the law of attraction, right? Sometimes it's missed in these operative laws of attraction, the role we play in doing the inner work so that we are pure. Uh, it's one thing to put on glasses that let you look at the world a certain way. It's another thing to be so full of integrity yourself that no matter how you see things as they really are. And it also lays out to us a challenge, an opportunity, and a collective conscious that is there in the Western psyche. And that is the roots of puritanical nature that are within us. We are not saved from that influence. We may be healed of that influence, but it's within the Western psyche, and it's still in there in a very deep way. If you were to look at the layers of society, all layers, including political layers, which I'm not, you will see the roots of puritanical ways of looking at things. And the puritanical seems to deem things black and white as pure, impure, and takes on practices that hold certain parts of our nature as taboo and other parts of our nature as holy, the sacred and the profane. So today I invite you to take a deeper look at yourself and see, where are the threads of this puritanical way of looking at things? Where are they influencing my call to be pure of heart? Even saying it, there's a softness, right? Puritanical seems austere, pure of heart seems gracious, permeable. If we were to take a look at Mary around the purity of heart, I would like to refer to the many apparitions that are recorded to have her in history, right? They're still happening today. They've happened ever since she historically lived. And we see that she is so incredibly capable and present to come into the world on an energetic level and be there with reality exactly as it is. If you look closely at her apparitions, you will see that she penetrates through what seem to be dark and light in any of the worlds that she is appearing to, in any of the cultures that she's appearing to. And it's worthy to take a closer look at what that means. What are the implications? For me, what it says is that purity penetrates all things. Purity is not free from the layers of deception and delusion that are in our world. Purity is the warrior-like essence that takes us into those very realms deeply. It would be puritanical to say this person suffers and this person doesn't, or that person's so innocent they can't possibly know what it feels like to have this kind of pain of jealousy. Purity actually makes us even more open to the reality of human nature and the ignorance and consciousness that is there. Today's meditation then is going to be calling into our field the presence of all pure beings. Mary leading the way on this one. Whether you believe in angels or not, whether you believe in shamans or not, whether you believe in spiritual beings or not, whether you believe in ancestors' presence or not, I invite you to open yourself to the experience. I believe in all of these things, and I believe there are many who walk with us on our journey that are of multi-dimensions, and I'm going to call them all in. And if you are somebody that really has experience of being guided, I invite you to call them in as well. And if you're somebody that doesn't have that experience or is even uncertain as to whether it's real, that's okay. It's okay. It may not be part of your path, but it is part of your path right now because that's at the heart of our meditation. I'll also be bringing in a few words of some poetry that I wrote to Mary because I was absolutely in love with her for many of my younger years. I love her deeply, so she's still an important part of my life. I write less poetry to her these days. So I invite you to close your eyes. And with eyes closed, realize that we, in our own way, across the airwaves, gather in sacred circle. We are holy ones being gathered together. But our circle is always much larger than ourselves. So I invite in first Mary. We celebrate you, Mary, and know that your purity is at our essence as well. Let us feel you among us as a sister, as a friend, as a guide, as a mystic, as a mother, as a daughter, as a Buddha nature, as a bodhisattva. as a Kuan Yin, as a healing white and green Tara, as the Divine Feminine. And I invite in all our archangels and angels, those we know, those we do not know. Metatron, Ariel, Gabriel, Raphael, Michael, Josepha. Form around us a sacred light, almost like a bubble with a permeable membrane, that all that is good and all that is pure may flow to us. And all that does not resonate on this frequency may not be able to flow to us. And in it, let us be healed and transformed, so that we ourselves are the generator of that light with such intensity and integrity that we resonate and have resonating in our field only that which is completely pure. I invite in all our ancestors that hold the holy torch so consciously. By the learning of your life history, impart to us the lessons we still have yet to learn. Instantly whisper them within our being, that we may shift into the knowing without toiling and laboring. Let us know these words that Jesus knew so well. Come to me, all you who labor and are burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I invite in all the shamans, all of the light bearers, all of the gods and goddesses, and all of the saints, all the mystics known and unknown. Support us that we may be innocent as you are innocent, that we may be fearless to go to all the places that innocence takes you, to the fullness of light and the furthest reaches of ignorance and darkness. Create in us a pure heart. And if you know this song, I bring it into our meditation. Let yourself go further and wider in your surrender to your essential nature of purity. This is holy ground. We're standing on holy ground, for love is present, and where love is holy. This is holy ground. We're standing on holy ground, for love is present, and where love is holy. O Mary, you are more delightful than the dew-glistening webs adorning the morning, more beautiful than the virgin rose opening its petals to the world, more glorious than the sky studded with stars in the dark of night, more graceful than the drifts of snow formed by the hand of the wind. And though creation bears us God, it is a fading shadow in the light of you. O Lady, Spirit-filled, bear us God. Do not take your glance from the beloved, but let the love of that union blow into our souls. O House of Wisdom, be our cell, and there let us be wholly taken into the utterance of God and poured forth as ceaseless adoration. This is holy ground. We're standing on holy ground. For love is present, and where love is holy. This is holy ground. We're standing on holy ground. For love is present, and where love is holy. And in this purity, if you taste it even a little, it is your own purity. Let us walk together in the radiance of this gift that we are, and find it to be an invasion so imperative that we settle for nothing less in this world. When you are ready, I invite you to bring your palms together in front of your heart and to open your eyes with Namaste. Namaste, my friends. Enjoy your day.